Howdy, everyone. Why did I say howdy? It's the end of the month again, which means it's time for another round of questions and answers. As usual, our question comes in from Nicholas. This month, Nicholas asks, are there any international film scenes you'd like to follow? And if not, are there any you'd like more exposure to? All right, well, another good question, and one that I don't really have an extensive answer for, I don't think. Because it would feel disingenuous to me to say that I follow any particular international film scenes. There are definitely some that I feel more acquainted to than others. Like I would say I know more about kind of Asian cinema than other parts of the world. Specifically talking about Japan, South Korea, and China. Now, once again, I would not really say I follow any of those. I mean, I'm mostly just getting sort of the top line stuff, the stuff that, as long as you're kind of paying attention to sort of the film community in general that's online, stuff that you've probably heard of. I mean, Japan is almost a bit of a cheat code because you get all the extra added advantage of, animation on top of just the regular live action stuff. So it kind of bolsters the number of, technically Japanese films that I've seen. Not, not that anime isn't Japanese. You get the distinction I'm trying to make. But basically, it's also the other problem with, not really feeling like I would say I follow any one of those particular scenes is that um, even though I'm not necessarily someone that lives and dies by auteur theory, I do usually kind of use directors as sort of my roadmap for both picking the movies I want to see in the future that are coming out, but also going back to the past and finding and discovering old movies that I've missed. So, like, mostly a lot of the movies from those areas I'm just following certain directors. So you've got like from Japan like your Takashi Miike's and obviously Miyazaki, like Hayao Miyazaki. That's once again feels like cheating because everyone knows who he is. But South Korea, you got Bong Joon-ho, obviously as well known as he's ever been right now, which is great. Parasite was my favorite movie last year, and this is probably the first time ever since I've been following movies that my favorite movie of the year also won Best Picture at the Oscars. So yeah, that was cool. But yeah, Bong Joon-ho, big fan. Park Chan-wook, you know, once again, the two most well-known South Korean directors working today right now, right? And in China, it's mostly I like a lot of the more modern kind of wuxia movies. Once again, the more well-known ones like Hero, House of Flying Daggers, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, all that stuff. Once again, the stuff that everyone has probably heard of. So would I like more exposure to even those certain, scenes or any other ones? Yeah, totally. The problem is that, you know, the core reason why I would say, I don't feel comfortable saying I follow any of those is because there's just every single one of those, countries or territories or regions, there's so many movies coming out from there. It's, it could be your full-time job just covering any one of those particular scenes, right? So it's just kind of hard to find the time to do all that and do basically anything else on top of it, right? But the good thing is, at least unlike my very younger self, like, when I was 18 or younger, who wouldn't even watch a black and white film, let alone a film in a different language and subtitled. Now, thankfully, as long as I think it's good, it doesn't matter what language it's in or what it looks like. So I'm glad that I've at least broadened my horizons a lot more as I've gotten older. And, who knows, maybe with enough time, I've got. I was going to contemplate how much longer I have on this planet, but that just made me depressed. I've got more time, so, for as long as I've got left on this earth, I'm going to keep trying to see more movies. And, I don't know, maybe in another 30 years, maybe I'll be able to say I actually am an expert or I follow a particular scene outside of my general Hollywood movies that get advertised on TV and the Super Bowl and everything. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for this round of Q&As. Like I said, not as much of an extensive answer on that one, but, chalk it up to me just not being as good of a, film watcher and as cultured as I probably need to be. As always, thank you all for watching. I'll make a post in a couple days so you can put in some new questions for next month. And then at the end of the month, we'll do this all over again. But until then, hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.